Welcome to the next part of me crocheting my 2025 Halloween project. Welcome to day 30 of Vlogoween, where I am posting regular vlogs in the lead up to Halloween. Think Vlogmas but Halloween edition. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I am crocheting myself a fun little spooky Halloween tapestry cardigan for my 2025 Halloween project, and I have several parts to this project vlog. If you have missed them, you can find them on my channel, or I have a whole playlist dedicated to my Vlogoween vlogs where you can find the previous parts to me crocheting this cardigan. I have just finished crocheting my front panels and my back panel. Everything about that is in my previous vlog, and now it's time to start on my sleeves and the construction of the cardigan itself. Also, hello, if you don't know me, my name is Rajan, aka Not Half Bad Crochet, and if you would like to catch the rest of my Vlogoween posts, be sure to subscribe to my channel, give this video a little like, and leave me a comment to let me know what you think. So yeah, like I said, I'm crocheting myself a fun, kitschy, tacky, very colourful, bright Halloween cardigan. It's all tapestry. I have finished the back panel, I have finished the two front panels, and I'm now going to be working on the sleeves and doing the construction. So if you saw my prep video, I basically was going to do like a couple of scenes for the sleeves. I think I had one which was like a full moon and some bats, and I had one which was like a crescent moon with like a cat sitting on it, black cat sitting on it, and I think they looked really cool. But what I realised is that obviously with the sleeves, so much of it is going to be like wrapped around my arm, is that I'm going to be like wrapping half of the seam like basically underneath my armpits. So I was kind of trying to think of something that I could do instead that would be okay to kind of be covered, or something that I could like shrink up. My initial plan was to just like make it considerably smaller so it kind of sat on the outside of the sleeve itself, but A, I don't think I'd be able to kind of pack that much detail into such a small area, and B, I just wasn't really liking the idea of it, because I didn't want it to be kind of like, you know, stuck onto the outside of the sleeve. I wanted there to be some like fluidity to it. I wanted it to feel like it wasn't just like, you know, smacked right bang in the middle. So I basically have decided to change my sleeve idea for the actual tapestry, and I'm just going to do some funky, fun, bright coloured stars. I was debating between stars and like crescent moons, but I think I've got a lot of moons going on at the moment, and so I think I'm going to do a star. The plan is to have some stars that kind of like running down the sleeve, maybe not all the way to the wrist, but just kind of like stopping past my elbow. I have obviously a bunch of colours in terms of yarn. I have so many different colours that I can use, so I'm just going to have the background, this like beautiful rosy pink that I've been using, and then all of the stars just be different colours. So I made my charts already. I have my yarn. I have a bunch of like bobbins from the like leftovers from the actual the other tapestries that I've done, so I don't really need to like wind a lot of yarn. This tapestry is like looking really easy. I'm not sure about the sizing of the sleeve in terms of the chart that I've done. I think I might need to shrink it up a tiny bit, or if not, I can just kind of like chop off the edges, because I didn't do the stars like to fill the entire graph, if that makes sense. So yeah, we're gonna get cracking. I have decided I'm gonna rewatch the It movies, because I really enjoyed the movies, but I haven't rewatched them, and I enjoyed them, but I don't remember a lot of it because obviously it was a long time ago. So I'm gonna rewatch number 1, and then I'm gonna rewatch number 2. I have a whole day today of just like watching movies and doing nothing, so that is what we're gonna get up to today. Just crocheting, watching some spooky films. So let's get started with some spooky fucking clowns. Alright, It number 1 is done. This is how sleeve number 1 is looking so far. One cute star, one other cute star, and then I've just started the green one. So I have a bunch of colours obviously like leftover from my previous tapestry. So I have a lighter blue, so I have this kind of like darker blue, and then I have like more of a sky blue, which I think looks really nice. I then have like a magenta colour, which is what I used for my haunted house. I have this peachy colour, which is what I used for the jack-o'-lantern. So yeah, I've got lots of different colours, and then this one is going to be green. So yeah, lots of different colours that I think will look really cute against this like rosy pink background. Yeah, that's it really. It's looking good. It's going well. It's like very easy tapestry to follow. Not a huge amount of bobbins, which is great. I have really big arms, by the way, which is why like my sleeves always look really big. I actually think my sleeve width is bigger than my front panels, which I always find quite funny. But yeah, I think it looks cute. I feel like the placement of the stars is also quite nice. I'm gonna watch It Chapter 2 now and carry on crocheting, and I'll check back in with you shortly. Okay, so I have I've not finished, but I've done the first 4 stars. There are 6 on the tapestry that I've done, on like the chart that I've done. But what I'm thinking is that I think I need to construct the body panels, and then I can see how long I need to make my sleeves, because I actually don't know how long I need to make them, because I didn't do any armhole shaping or anything. So I'm gonna get a drop shoulder. So if that is the case, my sleeve kind of sits around here, so I'm going to be doing a little bit of ribbing, which I don't want to be too wide, so it might be that I'm like at the end of my sleeve already. So I think I'm gonna pause for now. I'll keep my yarn attached, and then I'll use like my little scraps of, or not scraps, but smaller amounts of this rosy yarn, so I can attach my body panels, and then I can at least see, like, get a better estimation as to how long I need to make my sleeves. I think it looks good, but I do think I could have placed the stars a little bit better. Like, I feel like there's like quite a significant gap over here, so I think on the neck, which I don't, it's not bad, but like I am obviously like staring at it, so I notice it, and like once it's kind of like wrapped around my arm, it's really not going to be super noticeable, but I can see it. So I'm thinking on the next one I might just like fiddle around with the graph a little bit, just to kind of maybe even like not move this one up, but just kind of, yeah, I don't know, do something, because that gap is, for me, quite noticeable. But I really like how it looks. I think it's really cute. I think it's really fun. I think the star shapes are like, they look like stars, because on the graph it's like really hard to do like a diagonal line, because obviously it's like tiny little squares. So doing it looks like, on the graph it doesn't always look like it's going to turn out to be a square, but when you actually, I mean a star, but when you actually crochet it, it does. So yeah, I'm pleased that they actually look like stars. Here is what the back is looking like. Obviously I've got some ends to weave in, but all of the actual stars are completed. I did do bobbins, and yeah, I didn't carry my yarn or anything just because I didn't want to. So yeah, I'm gonna obviously have some ends to weave in, but after doing the back panel of the body panel, I'm like, that is okay. It took, when I was weaving in the ends of the back panel, it took me like a whole day to weave in the ends. Literally, I think I had like a lazy Saturday or a lazy Sunday, and I had like the day to myself. I started weaving the ends. I watched like 3 movies and I think like a TV show as well. It took me so fucking long, and I didn't moan once. There was many points where I was just like, oh my god, this is just too much. But I'm really glad that I kind of like forced myself to weave in the ends of the body panels first before I like started with the sleeves, because if I was to be weaving all of the ends in at the end of this project, I would not have survived. Because I started with like the worst one, so I kind of went down. So I started with the back panel, and then I did the jack-o'-lantern panel, and then I did the ghost panel. But yeah, it was a lot. It was a fucking lot. So I'm glad that this one isn't half as bad, which will definitely make my life a lot easier. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go and grab my body panels. I will join them at the shoulders for now, and then at least I can kind of see like where I'm at with the length of the sleeve. But it's not a huge amount of rows, but typically this does happen because where I don't do shoulder shaping on some of my projects, I do end up with a drop shoulder. So yeah, I don't know. I will see how it goes and fill you guys in. I am not finished with It Chapter 2. These movies are kind of long for horror films. Like, not long in the grand scheme of things, but I'm used to horror movies being like an hour and a half, but these are like 2 hours. I did have like a little lunch break as well. I'm eating some cotton candy grapes, which are delicious. And also I got like these love heart squashies. I've been really enjoying the texture of squashies, like the sweet squashies, and they have a new flavor, which are love hearts ones, but I really don't like the flavoring. My partner and me tried them earlier, and he was like, oh, they remind me of jelly babies, and I was like, yes, the flavoring of jelly babies is the same kind of flavoring in these, and I don't like it. So I mean, it's fine. I've had like 2 and I'm like, not sure. And also they're massive. They're actually huge. Like, they're actually really big, and obviously like the squashies are like squashy, so it's quite hard to bite it, so you kind of have to put the whole thing in your mouth. But then I'm like drowning in a sweet, you know. Anyway, I'm gonna do the things I said I was gonna do. Okay friends, the sleeves are officially done. I have woven in all of my ends, which didn't actually take me that long. I think the backs of them look really clean, which I love. There's just like one part of the star where I did end up needing to float, kind of like a longish float, but you know, not the end of the world, and I don't think it's particularly noticeable, nor do I think it's going to be like a problem when I'm actually wearing the cardigan. But yeah, this is the second sleeve that I did. I did add in, I think I basically just moved the stars around. I wanted the stars to not look like uniform, but I also didn't want there to be like really big gaps. You can tell where I've like folded this in half. There's a big line down it. But yeah, so I just changed the kind of formation of the stars, which I think looks cute. I think over like my arm also looks really good. You can kind of see the stars from like different sides, from like the back part, the front part, and then like if I'm like stood on the side, you can kind of see that bit. And then this was the first sleeve that I did. This is the front of it, and yeah, so you can kind of see there's like a little gap here, which, you know, not my favorite, but like I'm not like, oh no, I hate the whole thing and I'm gonna redo it. But yeah, I think like with the second sleeve, I was like, I wanted it to be different in terms of in terms of the colors, but also like the size and the placement of the stars. But I also was like, I want to kind of just like, you know, remove this like empty space that we've got. But this still looks cute as well over my actual arm. This really nice big star, and then a small one here, and then like on the center. So yeah, I'm not sure like which direction I'm gonna be putting the sleeve just yet, but I'm sure I will decide. I have done the sleeves. I have constructed like the majority of the actual cardigan. So The body panels are now all connected at the shoulders. It looks really cool. I'm really excited to kind of put this all together properly. Also, I'm wearing my spooky patchwork sweater that I crocheted last year. This was my 2024 Halloween crochet project, and I actually did a whole crochet along for this on TikTok, so I'll link the playlist to the, you know, the whole crochet along in the description in case you want to crochet your own. If you are going to save it, please just save the playlist. Don't spam me with favoriting every single video because it hurts my reach and it's also just low-key annoying. You can just save the playlist or just save the first video, then you'll be able to find the others. So yeah, it's a really fun crochet along where I basically show you how to do everything. So from like the base of the squares to every single applique, how to sew it on, these squares, the spirals, how to connect everything to make sure you get like a good fit for your body, how to do the ribbing on the neckline, the bottom and the sleeves. And yeah, I think it's really cute. I love wearing this sweater. I definitely wear it outside of Halloween and like spooky season as well, just because I feel like as much as it's like a spooky theme, it's just kind of like autumnal vibes as well. So that's for me like what I wanted from this sweater, was to be able to wear it like all year round. So yeah, this is my 2024 project. I definitely feel like I've like leveled up in terms of skill, but when it comes to like this project versus the one I'm currently doing, not that this is bad or anything, this was, you know, complex, took a long time, lots of different techniques, lots of different things to learn. But yeah, it's like I really love being able to see my growth from like year on year and project on project. The next vlog I will be picking up right from here, where I will be doing the like connecting the sleeves, I'll be doing the ribbing, I will be choosing my buttons, and then that's it, and then that's going to be the final video. So happy Halloween Eve everyone. I hope you have enjoyed this vlog, and obviously if you want to catch the rest of my Vlogoween post, which is only one left, then please be sure to subscribe to my channel. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and leave me a comment and let me know what you think. But yeah, thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I will catch you on the next one.